2026, 2020, 2021. Um, I was just laying down watching the Taylor girls. Well, really, their parents. I really enjoy watching their parents and their reactions to stuff. I don't know. I always like their family dynamic. The way they dad work hard or whatever. Um, providing for his family. Um, oh man, just looked out the window, just go see stuff. Just upsets me. But anyway, yeah, the way their dad worked hard, provided for his household and stuff like that. Uh, he did pretty much live vicariously through his kids. Um, I was looking like, it's such a bad thing. Some incidents, I think it's it's not so good. Where you try to make your kids become something that you didn't get the chance to fully blossom into. But like just watching them, they definitely doing their thing. There's some stuff, of course, that I don't like about the sisters, but I'm just gonna keep that to myself right now. Can't say that's neither here nor there. I'm just gonna keep it to myself. But yeah, I was sitting there watching them. I turned it off. So I felt something in my spirit. And I just got up. I started to pray, but I came in my room. Well, I checked on my son, peeked in on him. He didn't know I was watching him, but just seeing what he had going on. Other son is asleep. Of course, still thinking about my child, my daughter. Just looking back on who I had in the birthing room, like I really feel like I shouldn't have had my daughter's her dad's mom in the birthing room. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't feel deep regret, but I just feel some. Of course, it's like sadness and sorrow because I just feel like you trying to step up and act like you my child's mom with your son. Like that's some form of. To me, it still reminds me of incest. It's like if y'all wanted a child together and raising a child together, then y'all should have had a child together. You know what I'm saying? But and definitely left me out of the equation. So that right there just bothers me. She's definitely a very vicious person, or I've known her to be. She definitely have been a thug in the past. And even still to today, because last she told me, I'm with the shit. Like, that's what she told me. I was like, girl, I don't know what you got going on, but And then she's the very one that was trying to project that on me. I'm not saying I ain't with it, but I'm just saying when it comes to my kids, that's it. And so. But yeah, just looking back, like, ugh. Wish I wouldn't have did that, especially what we was dealing with during that time. But that just shows my heart towards people. I don't like we was dealing with a lot. She was taking me to court. You know what I'm saying? It was for something that I did, but I didn't do it directly towards her. But it happened at her residence, and it had to do with her son, of course. Try to be subtle and try to remain hidden. And then again, he played around like he was saying, he did a little, well, he tried to make it seem like it was a joke. Oh, if she hit me, you hit her. He was saying if his mama hit him, then I need to hit her. Never that. I've never, that's the thing about me. People try to label me this disrespectful person. And, honey, I know better than to be putting my hands on people, number one, but definitely, somebody's parents. Come on now. Get out of here with that. So he tried it with that or whatever. But she already had her response and whatever. And it's like, girl, I don't do stuff like that, so I don't know where y'all getting that from, or I don't know why do he feel like he wants somebody to, if she put her hands on me, you need to, Mm, yeah, that don't have nothing to do with me. That got everything to do with your daddy and what he did or ain't doing or whatever the case may be. Well, I'm talking a little sideways because I am so tired. But yeah, no, thank you. I'm good. Um, so yeah, what's I gonna say? So yeah, I just look back and I'm like, yeah, because for one, I feel like she committed some type of fraud and forgery, because he was in prison and somehow his name got on the birth certificate. And this is the thing, I might have wrote down what his name was or whatever, but I didn't sign, you know what I'm saying? I didn't forge his name or nothing like that, and they're not supposed to put it on there, like he wasn't present, so they're not supposed to put it on there or whatever. I don't know, what happened and how that went down or whatever. I'm sure I was probably drugged up anyway. And then, what else was it? He was locked up. And then I had a paternity issue, well, concern. I don't want to say issue, but well, it was an issue at the time, but concern. Because I had been with another guy because her dad had sat back and said, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. So, you know what I'm saying? That's when I was just like, oh, I'm on my way or whatever. I'm going to do my thing. Um, and so, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like backfired on me. And, um, he act like he got upset about it or whatever, but really he just trying to control the whole situation. Back then, if I look back and I see, and I'm just like, oh, he was really trying to, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so yeah, I just wish that I did, and it's just, to me, it's like y'all just try to hold a part of me hostage and just, you know, so y'all knew how I was with, well, especially with him. I wasn't really checking, I mean, when I'm in a relationship with somebody, I'm not really trying to check for your whole family and stuff like that. I'm not here for everybody. That's just that. But I was definitely seemingly cooler with them than I ever have been with my boys' dad's relatives and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I did try or whatever, try to make a connection. It just never worked. I did feel more connected to my daughter's father's mom than I did with anybody, you know what I'm saying, anybody else. We had a connection, but that stuff was based on him being locked, on her son being locked up and stuff like that. And you know, it's been always been some troublesome type situations. That's when me and her kind of like bonded or whatever. No, that's cool and everything, but I don't care for that. That's not what I want to be doing stuff based on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in another lifetime I will actually get along with somebody's mom, but maybe not. You know what I'm saying? I know that males have the desire for somebody to get along with their mom and this, that, and the third, their family, and this, that, and the third, want to bring. But that's the thing. I gotta understand that some of these brothers out here, they carrying that stuff from years ago. They carrying stuff from their parents, how their parents raised them. They carrying stuff from whatever the male that they was with that left them behind with a baby or two or whatever. They still carrying that, so they can't really properly assess when you get into something if they are not submitted. Now, if you are submitted to God and you trust in God, then He's gonna give you that wisdom and discernment and that understanding. But they can't properly understand what's really going on, and your stuff might be different and more genuine than theirs was, whether they like it or not. And so that's that on that. Like, I just look back and, being that my daughter is not here, I'm just like, oh man, it's not, it just don't feel fair. And then, but the other part of it is the fact that she was trained and raised, so you could reach out. I've been raising her and training her like that for a long time. Even when she used to go over there when she was younger and like call me, I know she would get over there and she would have fun, kind of forget. So I would still do the responsible parent thing and I'm going to reach out. Even when she didn't. I was told, you need to call me because I'm trying to teach you. But even when she didn't, I would call her. But see, when she was here, her dad did. He wasn't doing it for her. He just kept saying, "Call me, call me, call me." So he wasn't looking at the example and calling her. So I was just like, okay. And I was just trying to tell him that's not what you do as a parent. You need to be reaching out to her. She didn't have you. You know, that was my understanding of it. But he was trying to instill in her that she needed to be more. Yeah, that's what, you know what I'm saying? Which you do need to train your kids to be responsible and basically be better than you, but not for your selfish purposes. For you to, you know what I'm saying, stroke your ego. Feel like, oh, I got somebody that's reaching out to me. This and that. I don't know. I don't, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, still just missing my daughter, thinking about my child. You know, love my child. And, you know what I'm saying. I don't really know how her brothers feel right now. Of course, they remember her, they know of her, you know what I'm saying, and they love her. And it just feels crazy. It just feels like my family is divided. The family that I was trying to have, when I was trying to be involved with a man, and I had my daughter home. I asked her dad for stuff or money and stuff like that. He wouldn't give anything, and honestly, you know what I'm saying? I get more more now that she's gone than what, he was ever. He's more consistent now, and I'm just like, that's stupid and that's crazy. I mean, it's just crazy to me. It is what it is though, because that's what happens when it's consequences of sin. So I just didn't expect. I didn't expect it to be like this. I really didn't expect to have to reap what I sowed or expect the consequences of the things that I did years ago. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to just take it, roll with all these punches and stuff. But then I have the other stuff from the outsiders and people looking in where they just continue to try me, and people just want to continue to try to blame me and you know what I'm saying, put stuff on me, put a certain heaviness on me that they not even willing to walk out themselves. And so, I'm beyond tired of that, and I just said, no, I'm not doing that. Um, yeah, don't want to do no jail time for no dude. Don't want to do no more writing no letters and visiting nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them putting money on no books and stuff like. I don't. I've already shown and proved that that's what I would do. That's my fault that I feel like I can't say I did it for the wrong person, but I did it already, and maybe I did it too early or whatever. But I don't want my life set up to be having no criminal-minded person anyway. I don't want no jailbird, no way, no, you know what I'm saying? So that's that, but, man, this is tough. This is really tough. Then, of course, I be feeling like what parents did before, how they raised me, how they reared me, or whatever, or the lack thereof, what they showed me. And I feel confused because I don't know. Again, my dad done been married twice divorced, and then last I knew he was with somebody else, and then of course the females that was in between that, and oh Lord, um, Brenda's, Rachel's, and you know what I'm saying, just different people. And then how do y'all expect a woman to be able to know how to choose right when that's what was shown to me? Then I seen my stepdad, you know what I'm saying, stick it out with my mom, but of course he had somebody before her. He had a child with out of wedlock, and it was like, I don't know, man. How is this thing supposed to work? How, when you've been exposed to all these different parents and things like that, and baby mamas from the past, baby daddies from the past, you know what I'm saying? Just learning. Then, as I am trying to process and learn it, there's other stuff and other people that try to come into play and try to like sabotage me. I mean, I'm telling you, it just really feels like, oh, how does she know to do that, and how is she? And it's very wicked to me. It's wicked. It's evil. It's diabolical. So yeah, I really wish that my child was not around. I don't really want her around her dad like that, as far as, because I feel like some stuff needs to be cleared up. And it's just, I wanted to be able to I want to be able to monitor it and stuff like that, like I did initially when he, you know what I'm saying, when I was linking up with him. But, you know, again, it's all around. It feels like stuff has been deprived from me. I tried to have a relationship with the second guy who I got pregnant by, and relatives right directly across the street, so always went in and making him feel, I guess, feel some type of way. And then he came against me with that stuff, and I can't, you know what I'm saying? I dealt with it for as long as I could. Then you coming at me on behalf of your the way your mom feels about me. I can't, you know, and that right there, I was like, oh no, I cannot, because it was just nasty. It's nasty with them too, the his paternal side, but it was just different because even though it's different, it was still similar because, of course, you know what I'm saying, it's both sides of your family coming at me. But, and then sometimes it seems worse because they live so close or whatever, but, um, you know what I'm saying, I know how to go in the house and just mind my business and close my door, and I mean, and, you know what I'm saying, if you ever try to come past that, then that's your problem. You gonna get what you gonna get, but it's been crazy. So I try to be in that relationship with him and be genuine, be loyal. You know what I'm saying? Definitely never stepped out, never cheated or anything like that. Or, you know, you never know it. But, you know, he never I don't know if that put the ring on my finger, but he never decided to make it official with me. He has again spoken about it and stuff like that and hinted about it and you know, but then he just ultimately went on and did his own thing. And last time he told me he was engaged, but you know, I don't know if he ever made it to get married or anything like that. The girl did say that and claimed that she was his wife, but she was a liar anyway. She always said certain stuff, and so you know what I'm saying. And I just, again, I don't like stuff like that. I don't care for stuff like that. I don't think you play with people like that. And even when I used to talk to him when he would open up some, he even have told me before, even when I hinted at being with somebody in a past, and maybe what I did with him. You don't need to say that and this, that, and the third. You don't supposed to. He acted like at least that he didn't want to hear me talk like that, but I mean, it can damn. Either way, I'm not gonna get deep on that and get sentimental about that at all because I don't care. Like, they really try to make me numb to having feelings for probably anybody, but definitely towards them or whatever, which heck, it is what it is. I want to move forward. But yeah, it's like all these men and people can just go out and have who they want, when they want, how they want. You know what I'm saying? It seems like people be having somewhat healthy relationships. People be respecting one another. Let me, oh, don't go out here doing this like you in the last relationship I was in. He was telling me the one girl that he had a baby on me with during our involvement, he just popped up with a girlfriend and was saying um, she don't want me coming by here no more. But like 2 weeks before that, I lied to you not, he was saying he was telling me there is nobody else. But 3 weeks later, I got a girlfriend. She don't want me coming by here, and I really thought he was joking because he was laying right beside me on my right side, and I was just like, you know, so he gotta be playing around. Like I'm not even gonna. I literally thought he was joking, but he was serious. And he was calling, annoying him. Well, I feel like he probably called her, and then, but yeah, she called his phone or whatever. I can't remember just the time when the picture was saved in there or whatever. I was like, who is such and such or whatever? And he's just like, yeah. I can almost remember it like it was yesterday. He was like, yeah, I got a girlfriend. She don't want me coming by here. And I was like, huh? Wait a minute. You said there was nobody else. So how in the... Because he asked me what would I do if there was somebody else. And I was like, I'm just going to pick up the pieces of my heart and I'm going. I don't want to be no sister wife with nobody. I didn't ask. You know what I'm saying? I've done some things in life. And so to me, it's expected to, I guess, be cheated on or whatever. But I mean, even then, I still didn't sit around like waiting, like, yeah, they think they're gonna cheat on me or whatever. I just didn't. I still didn't feel like I deserved to be treated any type of way, even though, yeah, I've done those things in the past or whatever. People to step aside or whatever the case may be. Okay, so anyway, so boom, just playing. No, so I made it through that, and it was like, wow, that slap in the face. Made it through that. He supposed to, she's supposed to be his girlfriend, this and the third, and of course, I got the revelation that she was pregnant. Like I said before him, it was July the 5th. July the 4th or 5th of what was that, 2013, and all that took place, and so I don't know, man. It was just a lot. I didn't know that I could even think that feel like I'm gonna cry some tears because of that, but I just remember that stuff like yesterday. Like that thing was hard. That stuff I went through. Then he was just lying about so much stuff, or just deceiving and omitting. Because let him tell you, I ain't got to lie about nothing. I'm single, and I mean it's always I'm single, but then it's always coming over here, and then sometimes I'm trying to be the man to the woman. I'm trying to make us a living, and this and the third. And I'm just like, what in the world? You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing that for me. You doing that because your other baby mama had you on child support, so that's what she felt or whatever. But it was so much. If I go down, if I run over all that stuff again and relive that, oh my goodness. Just the thought, like that thing really hurt me. And then for certain stuff to still be just showing up today, like still dealing with people, relatives and stuff like that. Like these dudes literally asked me to pray for us, and I prayed for us, and it was genuine. It was, he even picked on me and stuff like that when I was praying and things like that. But but it was almost like he get amnesia and he forget that that's what he said. You told me to pray for you, but then it's going and telling people that I'm praying in devilish ways and just all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And just attributing to Satan what I was believing is of God and what I know personally. You know what I'm saying? I know my personal relationship. I know I'm not sitting at I'm talking about a wicked altar, because I know we do have now. Yeah, we did have altars. We did pray at the altar in church, but setting up no altars and calling on false gods, and I don't know, who knows? Only God knows, only the Creator knows. But no, I know my personal experience. That's all I can say, and I know the true and living God, should I say. I don't want the enemy to try to distract me from anything, whatever, or make me doubt myself or second guess or anything like that. But anyway, so that was that. Just going through all that. I just want to hug and embrace and touch my daughter. I don't want nothing to happen to my child. I don't want to be kept safe. She was safe here. She just didn't have the most fun or whatever. And I do say, because the last one I was with, he kept going out having a baby with somebody else, so you feel full somewhere else, and you telling this girl that I want him to be my daughter's dad. And no, I didn't ever want you to replace my daughter's dad at all. I wanted to work with him at one point in time, and you know what I'm saying, but I want you to replace, but stepdad is fine. And I thought, stepdads are biblical. And even my daughter, she was like, I thought he was supposed to be my stepdad. So when he moved on and went to somebody else's house and living in with somebody else and taking care of her and her kids or whatever whatever he got going on, my daughter felt some type of way. And so now, you not only hurt my feelings, you hurt my daughter, you upset her or whatever. I understand things change, but it was to me, it was his fault. He did all the dirt. But I was thinking about how even I remember him. He was gifted. I don't want to talk about him he is past tense for me, but you know what I'm saying, like he doesn't exist anymore. But he was gifted, and I saw his gifts operating and stuff like that for and he could use it for good, but you know, a lot of time he uses stuff for evil, I guess. I don't know, but anyway, he there was a time. Oh, I don't know what is going on with my eye. There was a time when my daughter was playing around on the device. She was about to miss the bus or whatever, and he literally woke up out of his sleep and was like, "She gonna miss the bus," and so I guess he like had a vision or whatever of her missing the bus. And I guess he didn't see what was gonna come after that, but she missed. She did. She ended up missing the bus, and usually her bus didn't come until like 7:15, 7:13, something like that. But I think it came a couple minutes early, maybe like 1 or 2 minutes early, and she ended up missing the bus. And so, you know, I seen that and I'm like, dang, you know, we work so good together. Yes, we do what we should do or whatever. But he decided, you know, the man decides can't make nobody do what they don't want to do. And he decided otherwise, and I just couldn't understand why. If you see that you operate like that and you know, saying you're like that, then why don't you, and it was at this place, then why don't you just go ahead and let that flow? So that was my thing. Oh, my eye, man. I don't know what the heck. But, and then me and him got into a big argument because I just knew you're not gonna let my daughter miss the bus, and her school was like 5 minutes away, and you didn't take her or let me take her. And he just argued with me, and he just would not take her or anything, and so that pissed me off. So I don't know. Somebody could have been spell casting in, like, yeah, let whatever they got going on mess up, break up, whatever. People do stuff like that. Now I ain't gonna front and say I don't sit around and wait for certain stuff, but I don't sit around and wish bad on nobody and hope, oh, they. But literally, I had my daughter's father tell me, I hope, I want you and him to kill each other so you can leave my child behind. Then it moved to, I'm waiting on your ass to die. Then it was before that, it was another time, it was you my biggest problem. And then it was another time, I'm tired of waiting on God to punish you, just all types of stuff like that. So why I feel like I feel towards my daughter's father, that's what it is, and that's just mere feelings. It does go deeper, and to me, it's like, yeah, I don't choose you, I don't want you. I wouldn't have chose you anyway. It was a rebound relationship because had got out of a relationship with another guy, and then I had switched high schools, and you know that was my mom's doing because we moved or whatever all happened. I don't know. I didn't feel like I had a choice about that. So that's how I ended up over here and all this other stuff or whatever in this pathway. But either way, don't want them. Don't, like I said, mentioned yesterday, don't want the man that I wanted when I said I want the man, money, and my kids. Still want my children. Still cherish and love all my children. Um, just continuously hoping and praying that my daughter is safe, because she have not talked to me, haven't reached out, and that's the thing. We wasn't like that, man. That I knew of, me and my child wasn't like that, and I just said I wanted to have a different relationship and a better, closer relationship with my daughter than I had with my mom. Me and my mom, we wasn't too, when I was younger, but it was just things that I didn't know about her, and I'm sure I know from her because I was a child. I was trying to get away with whatever I was trying to get away with. But yeah, my mom was, feeling cool at times or whatever. And save it on that. She wasn't too strict. She wasn't like strict really, but she was definitely firm about some stuff or whatever. Yeah, she was something like a provider too. She worked, and you know what I'm saying. So, you know, um, so this is where I'm at. I'm still looking in another direction too, but at the same time, I'm being cautious because that person, I already know that person got some issues and probably some sickness and stuff like that. But oh man, I thought praying for a man and praying for the man you love, I was gonna have that man definitely to myself and not nobody interfering in this and the third. But honey, the only thing I could say I would offer him You know what I'm saying? If you needed help and stuff like that, you want to be there. That's still my boys' father. Period. My sons wouldn't be here if God didn't allow them to come to repentance. So, I'm thankful for that. But for his initial thought to be to sacrifice one of them, and then the next one came, and he basically told me I gotta go. I guess because I had two boys, and he said I gotta go. That was the first time he said I gotta go. And another time he told me I gotta go. I don't need to hear the third time. I don't need to hear the third time. I shouldn't have heard the first and the second one. I mean, that you shouldn't have said that. But I don't need to hear it no more. I'm goody. So, whatever's being plotted and planned and all that, I just say, Lord, keep me. God, lead and guide me. Because, he does still have, because of these people over here, whatever, he still have some type of whatever they always had that connection with them or whatever. But, yeah, I don't need no man telling me that. No, like I said, shouldn't have told. Both of these dudes have told me, spoke about the death of me. Ain't speaking nothing positive. Just want to basically utilize me. I had children, and then want me up out of here. I love me. I at least have my two little ones that love me. My daughter claims she wasn't operating in hate or whatever. Her dad did speak that she was gonna hate me. Again, that's another type of spell, another type of curse or whatever. She seemingly acts on it, but when I seen her last and I hugged her, that was love. It wasn't no hate. But, I don't know. Then after that, she just seemingly took a stand on something. So I was kind of like, yeah, I got myself connected to some dangerous people, and I didn't know, and I didn't set out to. I didn't want to, but it happened like that, and probably been around dangerous people all my life and just didn't know, wasn't aware. But I just wish they would. I don't even want to say channel, but I wish they would direct that danger and stuff towards the real enemy, because sometimes it just makes me feel like, hey, I'm the enemy or whatever. And I did have a dream about me eating some shrimp or something, or some lobster or something with one of my uncles. Then I think I had a vision of my dad's brother with like a crown on his head or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what's going on, but it's all been distant from both sides of my family. And I don't really have the desire I just have the desire, like I've spoken before, give me my inheritance. Let me live, you know what I'm saying? I said my relationship didn't work. Neither one of my relationships with my children's fathers worked out like I wanted them to. Um, my daughter's gone, another close relationship to me. I don't see the woman who gave birth to me, and she even before have said, I'm not your mama, going back. And I was like, what? So it's like that from her. Then from my daughter, I pretty much get like, doing like, she's trying to tell me that I'm not her mom. And it's like, how does everybody else get to choose? But when I say something, then I have spoken stuff, and I try to stand on it, I try to live by it. But it just seems like that's not, it's like God is like, nope, everybody else can have a say, but you don't need to have a say, and so that's how I feel. So yeah, then of course the little incident that happened yesterday, it's like, are you serious? Like, so anyway, I don't know. I just didn't know it was gonna be like this at all. I didn't. And especially my youngest one, he always come up and hug me every day, a couple times a day. He's getting older, so it's probably going down to like 3 times a day. And he checks on me. He comes in every room I'm in. That's I love it. I don't want no mama's boys, but I do. They, what I'm saying, they my dudes. I love them. thankful for them. They're different personalities, separate from each other, different. They came from the same parents, but just different personalities. And I guess, I did set myself up just sitting there thinking, I got children with the same man. This gotta work. You know what I'm saying? I guess trying to make this stick or whatever, but shoot. And although I'm not these people, but I looked at, people like Tina Lawson. She had her two girls with her husband, and he went off, had babies with other people, and probably was cheating, whatever the case may be. You look at the Braxtons and how that mom had all her kids with that man, and thought they was gonna grow old together. Well, I guess they did get old together, but then they got a divorce, and he's on with another female. She was, last I knew, was still looking. I don't know if she was somebody else. I haven't been keeping up with the show. Then I looked at my reality. My mom, the baby daddy, then a husband. You have more kids with your husband. Then I looked at my dad. Baby mama, one baby mama. Then you got married. And you got divorced after so long. A nice length of time. Then you got married again, then you got divorced again, then you're with somebody else. And I look at her, the person who's with, she got like 3, 4 baby daddies and ex-husbands, and then, so it's like, what am I supposed to do? The Bible speaks about having one wife, but people talk about how people in the Bible had all these other wives and stuff like that. It's just so much going on, and it causes so much confusion. So the safe place for me, of course, is it's just me and my boys, and I never set out to be a single mother at all. It's not a good look to have the children and ain't no man standing beside you. And then when I just went on my trip the other day, somebody was already asking, who you with? Who's here with you? You and them? You know what I'm saying? Just sizing me up and trying, no, that ain't none of your business. I didn't give too much of an answer, but I was like, you're not gonna know whether I'm here by myself or not. That ain't none of your business, man. And we should live in a safer world where, you have to be concerned about that. But that's when I feel like with my children's fathers, y'all left me behind basically to be dealing with these savages. And then, the last one told me, you don't need he said you don't need no man to do for you. Now I feel like I need and want me a man. And he's like, to do for you. That's for me. And I'm like, you right. I got legs. I got this. I need to be helping. I need to be of assistance. Why do I need to have a man that needs to do for me? He can do with me, and you know what I'm saying? And then but that's what he said, and so, that's what I kind of feel like I got stuck with or whatever. But meanwhile, he can go out and do whatever he wants to, and that thing just really, when I was still in it and dealing with it, that thing like hurt me, hurt my heart. I witnessed him down here. Well, I witnessed him, of course, with the girl who he had the baby on it with, and I see him with the other girl at the courthouse, and it seemed like he was like helping her to put on her jacket or something like that, and she paying him, I guess, to stay with her, and telling me, if you getting any money, you got it from me. And I was like, I never thought. And then I just kept that to myself. I didn't vent that to my daughter's father or nobody else. And you know what I'm saying? I didn't go like some females do. They go back to who they was last with, and they talk about it. It's not even that I was embarrassed. It's just that it was none of his business, and I wasn't trying to sit and talk to him like that. And I don't want to. If I feel like if it's not about our daughter, and if it's not about whatever I'm expressing to you, what I feel or whatever, then I don't want to talk to you about nothing that was then. Like now, I don't want to talk to him like that at all. And I mean, he even told me, why are you even calling me? He ain't said it in a nasty way. He was like, what are you calling me for or whatever? Like, you don't need to call me or whatever the case may be. They just let him do whatever he's doing with our child. And it's me trying to be the peacekeeper. I'm just and I don't want to get myself upset because I know I can get real ugly and upset and go off on him. But I ain't want to do that while, for me, I'm going to be smart. I'm not trying to do that while my child over there cuss your ass out. And then you try to flip on her because she's been already said some questionable things in the past. She told me once before, I'm going to send the little mutt to walking home. Instead, he said, oh, of course, the infamous, when I first took her up there, she was just 3 months old. This my shit. Like, I just never heard nobody describe their child like that. And so, I try to be cautious when it comes to that. That's why I just left it alone. And just the way my daughter just changed up her behavior and her demeanor and stuff, I was like, wow, you know. But hey, this is who I had. I didn't mean to choose, but that's who I had a child with. And I went on to have 2 children with somebody else, you know, and thinking that it was gonna work out. And then that person allowed for my daughter's father to keep coming in or whatever they connection they make. I don't know. I'm not going deep on it, but this is what's going on. This is what's been happening. As much as I wanted to cuss that lady out yesterday with the incident that occurred, I was like, you know what? I had a reminder today that said, just cut your losses and what you feel like you lost and just keep it moving, and it's like, it's all good. I need to be cussing me out because you did something stupid. I need to keep on doing what I need to do. Trying to stay focused. So, you know, people really are, if they are remedial and all of that stuff, then they can do some psycho type stuff and crazy stuff. I don't want nobody taking nothing out on my children. Because they don't, you know what I'm saying, they want to get to me, so, and then I don't want you getting to me at all. You're not welcome, you're not invited. Like, why are you even over here seeing that? It is what it is. I know why the person here is doing that. Anyway, I'm about to get off of here.